In 4.2, we're being asked to take a completed general journal and post the individual items to the general ledger. And there are several pages back behind here, one for every account that we have. So when we do this, we always start at the top of the general journal. Our date is April 1st, and cash is getting a debit of $2,500. So what we're going to do, and this is the general journal, page 1. We're going to find cash on April 1st, coming from the general journal, page 1. We have a debit of $2,500. We now have to find the new balance for cash. Because this is the first item listed in this form, we're simply going to transfer the $2,500 to the balance debit side. We take account number 110 for cash, and we're going to put it back here in the posting reference box to show that it's been posted. Next, we have Omar Boji Capital, a credit for $2,500. So we're going to find Omar. Here he is. And our date is April 1st. Coming from the general journal, page 1, we have a credit for $2,500, and we're going to carry that over to the credit balance column. Capital's account balance or account number is 310. So back here in the general journal, we're going to give that a 310. We're now on prepaid insurance on the 3rd. It's going to get a debit for $330. So here's prepaid insurance on April 3rd, coming from the general journal, page 1, is a debit of $330. I carry it over to my debit balance side. I take account number 140, and I'm going to put it back here in my general journal. I've got cash as a credit for $330. So on the 3rd, coming from the general journal, page 1, we have a credit of $330. Now I had a debit balance. I'm introducing a credit. Because I have both a debit and a credit, it means I have to subtract to find my new balance. So when I subtract $2,500 and $330, I get $2,170. This is going to stay in the debit column because this debit of $2,500 is way bigger than that credit. I take account number 110 and I put it back here. Supplies is going to get a debit on the 4th for $160. So here's supplies. The date is April 4th. Coming from the general journal, page 1, it's a debit of $160. Because it's the first line, I go ahead and do $160 here. I take account number 130 and I'm going to put it back here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to skip around. You would never do this. You would always go in order. But I'm just going to go to cash and show you how we keep finding new balances when we already have an existing account. So we've got cash on the 8th as a debit for $325. So here is my cash account. The date is the 8th. General journal, page 1. It's a debit for $325. I had a debit balance. I'm introducing a new debit because a debit and a debit are the same. We add now to find our new balance. So $21.70 plus $325 gives us $24.95 as our new balance. I take account number 110 and I put it back here to show that that got posted. I'm going to skip down to the next cash account. Cash on the 12th is going to get a credit for $260. So on the 12th, General Journal, page 1, It's a credit for $260. I had a debit balance and now I'm introducing a credit, so I subtract. The new balance is $22.35. I take account number 110 and I'm going to put it back here to show it got posted. We have another credit to cash for $80 on the 15th. So on the 15th, General Journal page 1, we have a credit for $80. Again, I'm going to subtract because I have a debit balance and a credit. When I subtract, I get $21.55. I take account number 110 and I put it back here. We'll do one more. Cash on the 16th is a debit for $65. So on the 16th, coming from the General Journal page 1, I have a debit for $65. Because I have a debit and a debit, I add, and my new balance is $2,220. Account number 110 is going to come back here.